I find that as a leader, as well as a writer, that the importance of focus is a constant and daily struggle. As a leader within my organization, I have my responsibilities of my role. I have engagement with other teams and other people within the organization and the business. I also have my focus on improving and cultivating engagement within. I have continual learning opportunities. The list just goes on and on. As an author, I also have responsibilities for writing my book, editing my book, and finally publishing my book and getting it out the door. Add on to that marketing, promotion, as well as learning and developing social media, focus on content creation, improving videos like this. There is a multitude of different factors that come into play. I need to have focus. This video is packed with my insight, the things that I've learned that I'm going to pass along to you when it comes to improving focus. So stay with me, and here we go. Hello, Greg here, and welcome to the Corporate Zombies channel. If this is your first time with us, thank you for joining, and I hope that you can find just a little bit of value in today's video. And please smash that like button if you haven't already. Life can be pretty busy, and it can be a daunting challenge on a daily basis to accomplish the goals we've set for ourselves. In this three-part video series, we will be going through the benefits as well as reinforcing as we go through how to accomplish getting that focus that is so essential to delivering the things that we want to get done. Future videos will cover prioritization as well as removing distractions. The techniques I'm going to share, I have learned and used over a number of years to accomplish the goals that I've set for myself. But they aren't all inclusive. So before we jump into the details, I just want to say thank you once again for joining me here. I really look forward to your insight, so please make sure you share in the comments the experiences you've had. I also intend to continue to make adjustments to the content as well as my delivery to improve this product. And I can't do that without a little bit of help from you, so thanks a lot. As I mentioned, there are immense value in getting focused on the work you have. That includes my number one motto I learned a number of years ago at work, and that is getting stuff done, as we like to call it, GSD, and the positive feelings of accomplishment that comes with that. Also, benefits of focus include removing or reducing distractions, improving decision making, as well as working through problems, delivering quality work, and I mentioned it last, but it is really important, the reduction of stress. I'm interested to hear the other benefits that you see from improving your focus. So we'll be covering two things. First, know the process, and the second will be managing your work in progress. So for knowing the process, there is a number of factors that come with that, both as a leader, as well as a writer. And that is being able to map out and really documenting the steps that you need to follow to accomplish your goals. Working through those, articulating them, and doing them and executing them day in and day out. Those processes will then allow you to improve by reviewing your process, removing those things that are wasteful. And this is a challenge, but by removing the things that aren't providing value to your end product will allow you to not only reduce the amount of time that it takes you to complete things, but like I said, it improves your ability to deliver quality work. It improves the ability for you to give your team or your organization the focus they need to deliver the goals that you have set for them. As a writer, you have that same challenge, focusing on the things that you need to do to be able to get the book or the article or whatever it is you're writing done to the level and the standard that you want. As I mentioned, you also have the ability, as you review your process, to find where the value is. By reviewing that as you execute, it allows you to identify those things that are the most important parts of your process so that you can put focus on them. This will then allow you to have a way to measure your success to those goals by the execution of your process. Additionally, you're also going to want to identify those things which are under your control, the things that you will complete and deliver versus those things that are external to you, the things that you're depending on someone else to deliver, that's outside your sphere of influence perhaps. Those dependencies need to be managed a little bit differently, and being able to account for them when your process includes them is of paramount importance. It also helps for you to be aware of them because it can also reduce the stress related to those things that fall outside of the boundaries of your influence and developing strategies to help you with execution when that happens. Lastly, as I said, the removal or elimination or reduction of distractions by being able to focus on the process and knowing the steps that it takes to deliver, it removes a lot of the distractions that may come up, giving you the ability to focus on the flow, focus on the things that you're trying to accomplish, and be able to get those things from start to done. A term that I use, and those of you in corporate environment may have heard this before, but you really want to stop starting and start finishing. It's key. Second strategy is managing your work in progress. So you may wonder, how is it that I can get better by managing my work in progress? So there's a number of factors here. If you're not familiar with this little exercise, I challenge you to use it and see if it makes sense. And that is, say your ABCs and count the amount of time that it takes you to complete that. And then do the same thing, counting from 1 to 26 and measure that time. Now, I'd like you to use this strategy. Say the letter and then the number and go through all 26 in the series. So it would sound like A1, B2, C3, D4, etc., etc. What I have found, and you can even find it in a number of other videos on YouTube, is that when you have context switching, when you're moving from one item to another, there is a cost related from switching from one to another. You know how to say the ABCs. You know how to count from 1 to 26. But do you really know how to effectively say the ABCs and count from 1 to 26 at the same time? You'll find that typically you're going to see double, even triple the amount of time for it is to complete. That is a huge, huge thing. So focusing on starting and then finishing before you move on to the next task, and limiting the amount of things that you're working on at one time. So that could be just one thing and you move it and you get it done. It could be two things. You may have some situations where there's things that have to wait for a little bit and it allows you to pick up another activity. Again, as I mentioned in the previous Know Your Process, it's important that you have indicators that can tell you when you're being successful. That will also then indicate how many things you can reliably have work in progress at the same time, and then limit yourself, hold yourself, discipline yourself to stick to that and to continually track it so that you can see the benefits that it will have for you. Again, the completion of those activities also gives you a sense of accomplishment. You feel like you're getting things done. You can actually see them getting done. That is a huge, huge benefit. If it's necessary, write it down on a Post-it note and move it from start to finish. And every time you have a task, move it there, and then you can capture up all of those and you can see the things that you're accomplishing and you can feel it. And you'll be able to track that. And if you do that day after day, you'll be able to see the things that you're improving on and the areas where you need work. And that is an important distinction, is that by having that focus, it gives you the ability to focus on quality, which then will show up in your work. And when it isn't to the quality that you expect, that'll tell you that perhaps you need to either improve your focus or you need to remove the amount of things that you're working on at the same time so that you can improve those things. And lastly, and I just want to reinforce the point again, and that is to continually check against these two things. And as we go into the other steps, it really becomes a feedback loop that you're continually doing against every step in this strategy so that you are examining those things that provide value and you're removing the things that aren't, or you are making them as efficient as possible. And when you get to the point where you're able to see that value, you can then focus on improving them and getting better and growing as a person, as a leader, as well as a writer. I really hope you got some value out of today's video. And if you did, please smash that like button. And if you have the opportunity, share with people that you work with, or family, or friends, whomever you think might get some benefit from today's video. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and click that notification so you can receive the next videos that I post. And I'll end with this reminder. Please share in the comments section your experiences, your feedback, and your perspective. Ask questions. I look forward to seeing all of that. And I just wanted to say one more time, thank you. Have a great day.